A new television series based on Stephen King's six-year-old novel finally breaks with the tradition of previous adaptations failing to capture one important element of the author's works. Stephen King appears to have an infinite supply of original ideas for horror narrative, as evidenced by the fact that he has authored more than 60 novels and is still adding to his ever-expanding horror universe. Many of Stephen King's books have well-rounded stories that stand alone, but only a small number are directly related to one another and form parts of a greater overall story. In spite of this, even Stephen King novels with standalone plots frequently have a lot in common with the majority of his stories. For example, readers of his works or adaptations would be aware that many of his horror and non-horror stories take place in Maine. Another character development technique that frequently shows up in Stephen King's novels has been challenging to translate to both large and small screens. Thankfully, a recent Stephen King television program appears to do it correctly. Book monologues are frequently challenging to adapt into live action. Because visual storytelling is frequently required to convey subtext through performances and speed, programs must rely more on showing than explaining, whereas novels frequently enable readers to pause and envision a character's inner thoughts and motivations. Stephen King frequently uses metaphors and asks the reader to conjure up bizarre images in order to comprehend a character's mental state, even in the Institute. In other instances, the book does not hesitate to stray from the main plot in order to go into excessive detail about a character's passing thoughts or developing awareness of their environment. As Luke tries to flee the facility toward the end of the Institute Episode 5, Avery speaks to him telepathically. Avery utilizes his much more sophisticated skills to guide Luke through telepathy and help him find his way out. There were several ways the show could have depicted this scene. Interestingly, though, the Institute depicts Luke's ability to hear Avery's voice in his thoughts from a distance rather as a more spoken exchange between the two characters. This imaginative decision enhances the scene's immersion by letting the audience witness the action via Luke's eyes and illustrating how Avery is directing him. The Stephen King presentation demonstrates in this scene that even the most difficult inner monologues and psychic exchanges from the original work can be transformed into gripping visual narratives with sufficient imagination. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.